Traction T7 has a new feature on the toolbar for clips called linked clips. You can see right here is a little chain link, and when you drag from this handle, it will create a copy of the clip, but it will reference the same underlying file or data. This works for audio clips, for MIDI clips, as well as for step clips. So I'm going to show you how that works. So I'll just drag from this icon. You don't need a modifier, you don't need to hold down anything, and you get what looks like a copy of the clip. It's just that they share the same underlying waveform. So if you do something that affects the underlying file, then you'll see that it's reflected on both clips, or as many of these as you copy. If I wanted to create another copy of it, I could. So if you wanted to make some changes to that part, then all of the copies will get the change. Now, it doesn't do something for like simple edits, which are non-destructive. So if I come in here and do some cuts on this and take a piece out, you'll see nothing happened to my linked clips. What would affect it is something that affects the underlying file. One example of that is reverse. So watch as I click reverse. Now you'll see all of the linked clips reverse. And for audio files, anything you do under View Source, Edit Audio File, Basic Editing Operations, any of these operations will affect it. So if you convert it to mono, like this, you'll see that that affects all of them. So that's how it works for audio files. Now for MIDI files, it works very similarly. Just grab by the link, pull it over, and then any changes I make here, you'll see it will make in the copy as well. So it's kind of nice if you're creating a drum part and you want to be able to edit the basic beat and have that throughout your song. Now this isn't entirely different from looping, which you could do right along. Just as a review, you could do something similar by clicking L, creating a loop, and then you roll these out. It's just that this is a way to create contiguous repeats of the pattern. But if you use a linked clip, then you can have individual separate clips, which might be an aid to arranging. The other interesting thing about this is that they don't have to reside on the same track. I can pull this down to a different track, and it's still a linked clip. Now, as I said before, this also works for step clips. So here I have a step clip. If I grab it from the link, put another link out here a little bit, make a change, you'll see that the change is reflected in both copies. And in the same way, I can even have the copies reside on different tracks, and those changes will be reflected in both copies. Now, one thing you'll notice with the audio clips is that you'll get this little link icon. Same thing for MIDI clips. As you start to work with these, you'll notice the link icon indicating that the clip has a linked partner or was created from a link. And it's not a single link. You can do this as many times as you want and create multiple linked copies. So it's an interesting and often requested feature in Traction T7. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.